Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Fallout New Vegas. In the last episode, we finished our side quest involving both the Boomers and our new companion here, Raul. And since I hit the level 20 mark, I decided to start playing the DLCs. Because the DLC that was chosen in particular was the Happy Trails Caravan. So with that, we're going to be heading... just for reference, I'm going to show the map here. We're going to be heading off to the Northern Passage to meet up with the people that played the message.
If you're hearing this, I have a job offer for you. Happy Trails is organizing an expedition north into Utah, off the Long 15, and we need people. We're looking for caravan guards, prospectors, couriers. If you're used to humping it across the waste, straight toward trouble, we want you. If you got a Pip-Boy, we definitely want you. On the other hand, if you're a greenhorn or a city slicker spinning tales about your skills, you can kindly go hang. If we like your guts, we'll pay you square and treat you fair.
Your shoulder
Find
digging
me,
graves.
Jed Masterson, at the Northern Passage if you're interested. Luck to you. Howdy.
Jed Masterson.
Howdy, friend. Heard my little broadcast, did you? Yeah, you look the type.
Define type. Tell me more about the job.
The job is simple. Help us get this caravan into Zion and find New Canaan. The pay is 25 caps per day. Half up front, half on return. You'll get a bonus if we make it into Zion, plus another bonus if we reach New Canaan. Oh, one more thing. Don't mention the name Joshua Graham to anyone. Anyone.
Okay, lots of questions. Who is this Joshua Graham person you just mentioned, and why shouldn't I talk about him?
Just don't. It makes the new Canaanites powerful uncomfortable, and it scares the britches off the tribals. Don't talk about the Burned Man either while you're at it. Trust me on this one. It's for your own good.
Burned Man? That sounds familiar. Wait, isn't the Burned Man in like something that was constantly referenced by the Legion? The slaves are talking about the Burned Man again. Tell me about the Happy Trails Caravan Company.
We're a smaller company out of Sacktown, up in the northern part of the NCR. We run some business through New Reno. They're on the Little Loop. Had a nice run to Salt Lake City too, but then we lost contact with New Canaan, and that went all to hell.
Darn. What can you tell me about New Canaan?
Don't know much about the place, but I can tell you about the people. The New Canaanites were some kind of religious group from before the war. They control the old city of Ogden, a ways north of Zion, and they got themselves a nice defensible mission in the canyon itself. Or they did. They trade a fair bit with the tribes in Zion. Well, the ones that don't try to kill them anyways.
Do you know anything about their religion?
I ain't a praying man myself. They paid for their goods and dealt square with us. That's all I ever cared about. But don't think that just because they're religious, that they're pacifists. They take care of their own, and they're damn fine marksmen too.
Everyone's got a perfect right to self-defense, regardless of a religion. Just because religion teaches his peace and kindness doesn't mean people are going to sit down and let you deal bad to them. You don't know what happened to their mission?
Nope. Hence this caravan. If we don't make contact with the New Canaanites, Happy Trails might as well just shrivel up and die.
Why can't you get to Salt Lake City?
Without New Canaan's mission in Zion, the only ways to Salt Lake City are down the old I-80, or up through Ogden. The highway's too risky. NCR's rangers are so busy here in the Mojave, They don't have the manpower to keep the raiders off. Ogden's just too far. We'd lose more in travel expenses than we'd ever earn.
I have some other questions.
Shoot.
Tell me about this caravan. I understand this caravan is headed to Zion. What can you tell me about the area?
Well, I ain't never been inside myself. Did some trading with the new Canaanites from their mission there. But that was all on the outskirts. All the old ways in and out were destroyed after the war. But we got ourselves the location of a pass the new Canaanites use. That's our way in. That's why I wanted someone with a Pip-Boy on the caravan. The map will be helpful for checking the topography, keeping us on the trail.
I haven't been through Utah recently. What's the situation like?
Well, it ain't good, I'll tell you that. It's not like the Mojave or the NCR. Hell, even Arizona under Caesar is safer. You got raiders all over the damn place. Tribes of degenerates that'll eat you as soon as look at you. Regional warlords, the works. Not too many decent places to stop and trade. New Canaan's one of the only ones left I know about.
Degenerate tribes?
That's right. The folks that lived in Zion before the war, they didn't just get a little savage. They're downright feral. Most of them don't even speak English anymore. You've got to get yourself a new Canaanite translator to talk to them. The ones you really gotta watch out for are the Whitelegs from the Great Salt Lake. They'll attack just about anyone that ain't one of theirs.
Warlords? How dangerous are they?
Dangerous enough we won't be going near them if we can help it. I got no desire for my head to decorate some little gas station fort's walls, thanks.
Tell me about the raiders.
They're about what you'd expect. Crazy, jacked up on chems, violent as hell, and not too bright. The worst of the 80s, but we won't be passing through their turf on this run.
I have some other questions.
Shoot.
Okay, I guess that's it. We're all ready to get going.
I bet you are. But we only got room for one more on this expedition. You'll have to leave your friends behind.
What? Okay. I'll be back.
Yeah, reckon you will.
You reckon I will? Okay. The objective said something real quick. Let's look at that. Let Jed know you're ready to leave once you're traveling alone and carrying 75 pounds or less. Personally, I'm not a fan of that, because you have to really lighten yourself up, and that means like letting go of a lot of things that I like keeping on myself.
Looking to join this caravan, huh? Look to me like you can handle yourself.
What are you doing here?
Earning my keep. Jed hired me on as a caravan guard for this expedition of his. The work suits me. I've tried staying put in one place, but it never works out. Grew up in New Reno, and I couldn't put that snake pit behind me fast enough. Then I wound up wasting the prime of my life playing sheriff in Caliente. Little town north on the 93. Talk about a pain in the ass. You ask me, best to keep moving. At least the scenery changes.
What was it like to grow up in New Reno?
Imagine New Vegas if there was no Mr. House-type fella keeping the peace. Then give everybody a gun and a jet addiction. Town's run by a bunch of crime families. No law to speak of. Make trouble and you wind up buried in Golgotha outside town. The scuzz factor's off the charts. Non-stop whoring and drugs. Couldn't walk down the street without getting asked to star in a porn movie. So I got my ass out of there while I still owned it. Guess I figured the answer to every problem was rule of law. Naive, huh?
Tell me about Caliente.
Place lived up to its name, that's for sure. When you got fresh water and a trickle of geothermic power, always be some gang of assholes wants to kill you for it. Spent more years and took more bullets than I care to admit protecting that hellhole from dangers within and without. If it wasn't the 80s or the White Legs raiding, It was someone from town, drunk off his ass, trying to win an argument with a shotgun. Got tired of shooting the folks I was supposed to protect. So, now I do this.
Were the A's a gang or a tribe or something?
What's the difference? Raiders is raiders. Bunch of them swept into town and dragged off 2 working girls. Deputies and me gave pursuit, straight into 80s territory. By the time we caught up with the girls, there wasn't much left of them, so we turned for home. Made it back to Caliente without further losses, but we was watched the whole way. Never seen so few people cover so much land. Goddamn creepy. If the 80s had wanted to kill us, we would have been dead. Guess they figured we weren't worth the trouble.
What do you know about the White Legs?
Used to be they raided northeast of Caliente time to time. But then the Desert Rangers fell apart 10 years ago, absorbed into the NCR. Soon enough, the Whitelegs were swarming all over that stretch of I-15. Folks learned not to head north if they wanted to keep their scalps. Eventually, the Whitelegs destroyed the bridges across the Virgin River over in Arizona. End of discussion.
Okay, I guess that's all the talks I could talk to you with. Goodbye.
Catch you another time, then.
Looks like the war's ratcheting up. I hear the NCR is bringing in elite troops.
That tower on the strip, the one you can see for miles? I hear it ain't sealed up no more.
You looking for trouble, bud? I got plenty to spare, so watch your ass around me.
What's your deal? Unwarranted hostility and general agitation. How long have you been a psycho addict?
Hey, fuck you! I didn't say nothing about using psycho!
You didn't have to. I see you're wearing a Pit Boy and a vault suit.
Nice job, Eagle Eye. Of course I got a Pit Boy and a vault suit. So what?
Pit Boy? Hold on.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, what's it this time?
Looks like you're traveling light. Carry some items from me and I'll make it worth your while.
I travel light on purpose, okay? But if the price is right, I'll tell Jed I'm carrying less, so you can carry more. What's your offer?
I'll give you 100 cash to make sure Jed lets me carry extra gear.
You got a deal. You're lucky you trust me.
Alright, now that we got...
Yeah, whatever.
Hold on a second, while I got the...
The NCR took back...
Are you here to join?
Barter 45. It looks like the Happy Trail company isn't in the best financial shape.
You ain't wrong. Losing the Salt Lake City run really stung us. If we can't re-establish contact with this run, we'll be in real trouble.
I just wanted to get that out of the way.
Shoot. Yeah.
Nelson. Maybe they can win this war.
Now that
after
way you're
all.
done and get passing that speech tap, we can get back to talking to Ricky here.
Yeah, what's it this time?
Where'd you get the vault suit?
Where the fuck you think? Vault 22. That's where I grew up.
Vault 22? Not Vault 22? You're lying. I've been to Vault 22. No one's lived there in 150 years.
Oh, you've been to Vault 22, huh? I may have been exaggerating a little. Truth is, I got the suit and the Pit Boy off a dead prospector who came out from Zion. Guy was dead when I found him, okay? Had a ton of shit on him. That's how I know there's good loot in Zion, see?
How do you, what do you use your Pip Boy for?
Sorry. The shit I do with it is so far over your head, be wasting my time to put it in words you could understand. Basically, it makes me badass. More badass, I mean. It's totally mind-blowing shit. It ain't just some bracelet. Know what I mean? Jed says it's got maps and shit like that. So that's how I'm gonna guide this caravan where it needs to go. Not that I didn't know all that already.
Did you notice I'm wearing a Pip-Boy too?
Huh? Of course I noticed. First thing I noticed about you. Me? I'm so used to wearing mine, it's just normal. Don't think you're someone special just because you got one.
Your Pip-Boy isn't working, the screen's locked out, the reboot button is missing. I think if it works, I better go talk to Tell J. Your Pip-Boy isn't working, the screen's locked up and the reboot button is missing.
Bullshit! Ain't nothing wrong with my Pip-Boy. I mean, Pip-Boy. Look, this is a sweet gig for me. Don't go fucking it up. What are you after anyways?
I've got your number, that's all. I just wanted you to know.
Fine. Just keep it to yourself, all right? Don't be such a fucking jerk about it.
If you don't want me to be such a jerk about it, don't come at me all this high and mighty attitude, pal. You do anything around here besides talk too much?
You want to know what I do, bud? Anything I fucking want. I'm one of a kind. I've been places, see? And done things. Lots of them. And when it's time to kill shit up, hell yeah, I'm a fucking storm of death. Something or someone make the mistake of crossing Ricky, I'll fucking dead-eye him, her, or it. In fact, that's my nickname. Dead-Eye Ricky. That's my name.
Deadeye, huh? How'd you get that nickname?
How you think? I shoot things in the eye. That's how good I am. Yeah, I'm that good. Why, once I got jumped by 3 death jaws. Except, actually, it was 4 of them. Imagine that! But I didn't panic. Because I never panic. What I did was become a storm of death. Shot every one of them monsters pop in the eye.
Death jaws, huh? Did you mean to say death claws?
No, you heard me right. Death jaws. They're like death claws, but bigger teeth. Or there was the time one of them Steel Brotherhood assholes made the mistake of messing with me. Last mistake he ever made.
You're saying that you killed a Brotherhood of Steel Paladin.
What's it sound like I'm saying? If I was saying what you said I was saying, then yeah, I said it. I was walking along, minding my own, and up pops one of them Brotherhoods. He yells, "Hand over that laser rifle, asshole!" So I hand it over, just to make him think I'm scared. But really I'm not. I never am. Before he knows what hit him, I draw my 11mm machine gun and bam, bam, right through the eye slit in his helmet. DOA.
So I could either use my power armor training to call him out with, "What a load of crap, the eye slits of T-Series power armor are bulletproof." Or I could use my Guns 45 skill check to call his bluff and say, "Too bad there's no such thing as an 11mm submachine gun." And now the 3 I want to go with the power armor training one. What a load of crap, the eye slits of a T-Series power armor are bulletproof.
Then I guess this dumb fucker's armor must have been D-Series or something. All I know is he died up real dead when I killed him, okay?
You killed him to death, sure. Do you have any other special skills or abilities?
Well, I grew up near Dayglow out west, so yeah. I grew a 3rd nut that glows in the dark.
Okay, I didn't need to know that, and that's not really a skill or an ability, so... how much psycho you got stashed away? If you run out on the trail, the withdrawal's not pleasant.
God damn it! I didn't say nothing about using psycho. But, just talking hypno-theoretically here. Got any suggestions?
No, theoretically. The term you're looking for is hypothetically. I can sell you a dose of Fixer, but it won't be cheap.
Fixer? Never said I wanted to kick the habit. Guess I can use it when I run out of the good stuff. How much?
80 caps.
That much for a dose? Fucking robbery! All right, here's your money. Don't spend it all in one place.
How about I spin it on your third glowing nut?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, now that I got that moment of vulgar immaturity out of my system. Hold on. I have to do some, I'll have to do some inventory management. And have to deal with Eddie and Raul, so there's going to be a cut, and when I come back, I'll be ready. Okay? Alright, I am back, and had to do a bit of reorganizing. Mainly had to put away a bunch of my stuff, like a lot of my purified water, or a lot of my sunset sarsparillas, as I got rid of my sniper. Haven't been using it that much. Then it's .308 ammo has been more or less taking up space in my inventory. So I put that away, and I had to cut back on some of the 10mm ammo for my submachine gun, but otherwise I should be good to go.
Are you here to join me a while longer?
Alright, let's go. I'm ready.
Are you now? You know we ain't coming back this way for a good long while now, right? And you know about the weight limit. I don't want no whining about old Mr. Masterson. I left my one-of-a-kind plasma cannon back at base. Can we go back for it? You sure you're ready now?
Why the weight limit?
You ain't never been to Zion, have you? We'll be passing through a whole mess of narrow slot canyons and high rough passes. A big pack will get you wedged in like a super mutant crawling through a storm drain. And too much weight will kill you in the thin air.
I'm ready to go to Zion.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, all right then. Let's get moving. We got a long road ahead of us. The paths we're following are slow going, so you might as well keep your ears open and listen to what old Jed has to say. A few decades back, folks in the NCR started to hear about a community in northern Utah called New Canaan. Didn't know much about them, except that they were religious folks, sent out missionaries to talk to the tribes. We've seen our share of cults, but the New Canaanites, they were honest traders. Good fighters, too. Raiders wouldn't tangle with them. But then, the Legion appeared in Arizona. I reckon you know all about them. Turns out Caesar's first war chief, the Malpais Legate, was a New Canaanite, Joshua Graham. Legend goes that Graham was the meanest, toughest son of a bitch in the whole damn Legion. The New Canaanites wouldn't talk about him. They were ashamed. Guess I can't blame them. Well, at Hoover Dam, the Malpais Legate finally met his match. Hanlon and Oliver kicked his New Canaanite butt right back over the river. Caesar had to make an example for the others, to show them that even at the highest level, failure wouldn't be tolerated. He had Graham covered in pitch, lit on fire, and thrown into the Grand Canyon. People say he didn't even scream on the way down. Not long after, some of the slaves and tribals started to talk. Said Graham wasn't dead. Shouldn't have been any surprise. All this talk bothered Caesar, so he forbade anyone from speaking his name. Wanted to erase Joshua Graham from history. He got his wish. Joshua Graham disappeared, and in his place came legends of the burned man walking the wastes. Probably just a tribal ghost story. But New Canaan's been silent for a long time. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe the Malpais Legate is dead. Or maybe Joshua Graham did crawl out of that canyon and finally found his way back home.
Command.
All right, people. Been a long couple of weeks, but here we are. Zion.
I didn't get to read
I
it.
know your feet hurt. I know you're tired. but I need everyone's mind on the trail ahead.
Ain't the trail ahead worries me, Jed. Those descents we made through that slot canyon back up there. Ain't no way we're getting back out the way we come. And then what?
God damn it, Stella heard you the first time. And the 15th, too. The new Canaanites will know a way. And if they don't, we've got the maps on our friend's Pip-Boy over there. Enough lollygagging. Get moving. And keep an eye out for tribals.
Sorry to bother you with reality, old Jed. Who cares if we can't get back out the way we come? That's not a problem.
Hold on, Chief. Just in case. Where's he rushing?
Shh. Hold on now. Could swear I heard something up ahead. God damn it!
Oh God!
Cover people! Watch yourself!
You want some ass?
Whoa!
Stay low, people! Stay low!
Oh crap! Where are they even coming from? Not seeing anyone. Oh God! Literally everyone but me died. Huh. Fire axe. That's a new weapon. Tomahawk. I think it's a throwable weapon, if I'm not mistaken. Six versus... White legs. $40 and $61 versus $27.31. The damn DAM is just the damage is the in case it isn't obvious before damn DAM is the amount of damage a weapon would do per individual hit or bullet, whereas the DPS, this is more obvious, is damage per second. Ugh. I guess it might be better if I carry the .3 Magnum revolver because I have more ammo for it. Hunting shotgun. .45 auto machine gun. Huh? Crap! What?
Hoy, Whitelegs don't leave survivors often. You're some kind of lucky, let me tell you. You came from outside, didn't you? From the civilized lands. Wow. Joshua will want to hear about this.
Joshua? Who is this Joshua?
Joshua Graham. He leads our tribe. Thanks to him, the dead horses are strong and safe from our enemies. He'll want to talk to anyone coming up from Southways. Guess that means just you now. Come, I can take you to him.
Alright, let's go.
Good sists. We head east then. Joshua is at our tribe's camp in the Eastern Virgin.
Follow Chalk has given you the well-stacked Chairns perk. While follow Chalks in your party, searching any summit in Zion Valley, such as ranger stations, will reveal all nearby map markers and inspire a heightened state of awareness +3 perception for 3 minutes. Let's talk to him.
What can I tell you?
Tell me a little about this area. Any interesting wildlife?
Mostly it's the mountain bighorners. Whole herd of them up on the cliffs there. Usually they're not too aggressive, but lately, whew. My guess is one of the calves got lost somewhere along the way. Bighorners are communal. One missing calf, and the whole herd gets ornery. If that calf doesn't turn up soon, they might very well come down into the valley and attack the camp.
Maybe I could do something to help with that.
Yeah? Hey, thanks. Most of the hunters don't listen when I tell them the problem. Just one thing. Try not to kill any bighorners if you can, yeah? You'll drive the herd off and we'll have to range farther on our hunts.
What would you suggest I do instead?
You might try luring the baby out with some banana yucca. These bighorners go crazy for the stuff.
Alright, I'll look into it.
That's great. I'll help any way I can.
I wanted to talk to you
What can I tell you?
Who were the tribals who attacked me?
Whitelegs. Nasty bunch. They've been raiding deeper into Zion ever since New Canaan was wiped out.
Wait, what? New Canaan was wiped out? How?
That's what Joshua said. Whitelegs came down from Great Salt Lake in force. Fell on New Canaan before they could mount a defense. Joshua found some of the survivors led by a man named Daniel. Most of them have fled the valley. But Daniel stayed on with the Sorrows tribe. He and Joshua have been arguing over whether to stand and fight the Whitelegs, or take the Sorrows and the dead horses out of the valley.
Where do they come from?
That's the weird part. Normally the Whitelegs keep to the Great Salt Lake. I don't know what brought them down this far south.
I want to know more about you.
What can I tell you?
Why are you called Follows Chalk?
Our advanced scouts leave chalk signs to mark places rich with game. I'm not a full scout yet, so I follow the marks and guide the hunters.
What are all those tattoos?
Dead horses mark ourselves to commemorate our hunts. When a hunter takes a great beast, or when a youth goes on his first hunt, he gets a tattoo.
Tell me about your tribe.
We came up in the land of the dead horse. Though, why the back when folks called it that, I got no hint. We raided. We fought. We lost. Our enemies drove us back into Zion, and we would have died if it hadn't been for Joshua. Joshua and his Caesar.
Wait, what about Kaiser?
When Joshua first came to us, he was servant to a man he called Caesar. He led his master's armies, and we were ready to follow him into war. Then he lost his master's army to a tribe called NCR, the Sunset People. When he returned, he was as you saw him. Burned, broken, but changed. He led us away from Caesar, led us to our own destiny in Zion.
Hold on, I think we're getting a little too far ahead here as you saw him there. What did Joshua do for you?
If it wasn't for Joshua, the dead horses would still be the whipping boys of the Zion Valley. He taught us how to hold our territory, to protect ourselves. He guided us away from Caesar, and showed us how Caesar would have destroyed us.
What do you know about the new Canaanites?
Little bit. I met some of their missionaries a few times, but I've never been to their city. Joshua could tell you more. Or Daniel, I imagine.
What's all the shell casings in your club?
We decorate our clubs with them to honor Joshua Graham. They were the weapons of his old tribe, so now they are ours. Can't say they seem that dangerous to me, but Joshua says they won the West.
Do you remember anything about Joshua from before he became your leader?
Only a little. I was very young. He was different. Prouder, yes, but harder, crueler, more driven. Really, I was terrified of him. We all were. When he came back, I almost didn't believe he was the same man. He was humbler. He wanted to protect, not destroy.
Why is it so important that we fight the White Legs?
Well, because they're our enemies. What else would we do? They take our land, they kill our scouts, they poach our hunting grounds.
I don't have any more questions. Let's talk about something else.
Ask away.
Tell me more about Joshua Graham.
He's been the chief of our tribe since he came back to the valley. He went off to the civilized world years ago to fight a war. That didn't go well.
The only recent war I know of is when Caesar's legion attacked Hoover Dam. Is that where he fought?
I don't know. He doesn't talk about it much. Maybe. But how can two civilized tribes fight over something as small as a dam?
Small? Have you ever seen Hoover Dam? It's bigger than some of these mountains.
Really? That's... my gods. Must be some mighty civilized folks who built that.
You'd be surprised as to what civilized tribes would fight over.
Now you sound like Joshua. He always tells me that tribal life is better. That I should stay here and forget the outside world.
I don't have any more questions. Let's talk about something else.
Ask away.
And with that, looks like he's going to be playing companion here in Zion Valley. Nothing else. Talk to you later.
Go with fortune, friend. Hold up.
Huh?
See that log over there? Take a closer look. There might be some good stuff tucked in there.
Hollow log. Bloatfly meat. Yeah. So I guess I'll keep an eye out for those kinds of logs.
We follow this path for a while. Nice view of the river. Eh.
One thing I'll get if
Please.
that
That was some kind of lucky. Guess that one was all full of gecko, eh? Don't get used to it, though. Yao Guai are plenty mean as a rule.
that, as he said, was a Yao Guai, which, for those who don't know Fallout lore, is basically the
You
It's-
can take the path north here if you want, or head east over the ridge. There's a nice view from the top of that cliff, if you want to look.
I appreciate it, but I don't like being interrupted. Now, please. As I was saying, Yao Guais are, not only are they bears, but they are ghoul bears. Yao Guais are to bears what ghouls are to humans. One thing I'll get this, like I said before, the, Honest Hearts DLC
Keep
here,
headed north, around this rock pile.
please. It's not my favorite DLC, but it's still pretty good, and I like it. And one of the things I'll get of the area credit for is that one of the kind of criticisms I can have for the base game in general of the Mojave is that there's lots of the game has a lot of. Is that crashed plane? Or am I just looking at rock formation and misinterpreting it? Anyway, the base game of the Mojave in the Mojave Desert has lots of like browns and grays or so, and Zion Canyon here in the Zion Canyon here does a pretty good job of diversifying its color palette by adding some various greens, yellows, and oranges with living trees. What? There's a guy sitting right here a second ago. Where he disappeared to? Am I going crazy? There was a guy sitting right here a second ago. I was going to talk to him as soon as I was done talking. See all the green grass, green trees, actually living trees that is with leaves that range from green and
The
orange.
spitter plants and the green monster men aren't native to Zion. Wonder where they came from.
Spitter plants and monster men? Oh look, a road. Oops. I didn't mean to go down here, but might as well dedicate myself since I can't go back up. The plant life here does it, like I said, the plant life does a really good job of diversity. It brings a welcome change a welcome change of diversity into the color palette of what is otherwise boring in grays and browns. Runs into the Mojave, or compared to the Mojave.
You see the dead sentries?
Huh?
But Joshua says it shows we're serious about fighting Whitelegs.
Oh God. Joshua is the one that's setting this up? Damn, that's... I know it's a war, but freaking hell, that's just... That's kind of... It's just brutal.
See those handprints? Dead horses and sorrows mark them on taboo places. Places from back when. Good thing for you, I don't buy into that stuff.
Just, I get, just as like a note. So when tribals like follows Chalk here, or say refer to the back when, they're talking about pre-war. It's pre-war, or they're referring to like pre-war America, or so when they refer to back when. Ooh, park ranger hat. Really? Oh look, I'm thirsty. Right. There. Campfire to craft if you care. Crafting. I guess I can go down.
Bet they don't have anything as nasty as Yao Guai out where you come from, huh?
I fought Deathclaws. Nothing's as nasty as a Deathclaw.
Where are you going? That's not the way to the camp.
What, this way? I don't think I remember going that way. I don't remember ever having follows Chalk ever
Down
telling me.
this path to the north. Hope you don't mind getting wet.
Please stop interrupting me, thank you. But I've never had follows Chalk tell me I'm going in the wrong direction before. For God's sake. Don't need a stupid act connector. There. You discovered Eastern Virgin.
These paintings show the dead horse's victories against other tribes. Lots more of them since Joshua came to us.
Prickly pear fruit.
Nearly there now. Watch out for traps in the water. Got to keep the Whitelegs out somehow, eh?
Didn't mean to step into that. But still, this is clean. The water in the valley is like clean this fresh, clean drinking water that you can easily drink. That you can easily drink without worrying about becoming irradiated.
like the shadow of a ghost. Here we are. Joshua's just ahead there, in the Angel Cave.
Dead Horse's Camp. Dead Horse Warrior, Dead Horse Stalker. Speak with Joshua Graham. Two bears high fight. Ha! If you remember back at the beginning of the game, in when Doc Mitchell did the little ink blot test, I made a comment about how this ink blot test, it looked like two bears high-fiving each other, and it became so not only like a popular inside joke and meme in the Fallout New Vegas community about that, but also it became so popular for people to like mod it in, the option to select two bears high-fiving into the game, that the developers added a reference to that in the game by naming one of the Dead Horse tribesmen, named one of the Dead Horse tribals those two bears high-fiving as a reference to that.
Hoi, Auslander Zuka Joshua Graham?
Am I looking for Joshua? Yes, I am. Can you tell me where he is?
You know our tongue. Smart, Auslander. Joshua in high place of cave. You show respect, Utman. Joshua is greatest warrior. You show him no respect. He show you thunder and fire.
I'll be sure to be on my best behavior then.
You wise for Auslander.
Why do you carry all those bottle caps anyway? They jangle like crazy.
They're money.
We should have given you a better welcome on your first visit to Zion. But from what I hear, the Whitelegs beat us to it. Whitelegs seem to be the only visitors we have these days, and I wouldn't have expected anyone from the Mojave to come looking for us. And you're a courier, no less. Not the one I was expecting, but I suppose he wouldn't have come with a caravan. I don't know if you were close to the other members of your group, but you have my sympathy. I pray for the safety of all good people who come to Zion, even Gentiles. But we can't expect God to do all the work.
That is another famous line from good old Joshua Graham here. We can't expect God to do all the work. But anyway, yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself there. How do you know so much about what happened to me?
The Dead Horses are capable scouts. Nothing passes into or out of Zion without my hearing of it.
I came here with the Happy Trails Caravan Company to make contact with the new Canaanites.
Happy Trails. I remember. They were good friends. I have bad news for your employers. New Canaan was destroyed, its citizens scattered. All because of the Whitelegs. And Caesar, of course. The Whitelegs want to join the Legion. Caesar's rite of passage is the destruction of the new Canaanites. Almost assuredly because of me. The good news is that we can help you find your way back. Daniel, one of the other new Canaanites, has made many maps of the region. The bad news is that we can't help you right now. Not with everything that's going on.
You have three options here, and one, it is like to basically participate in what's going on and offer to help. One is a neutral disinterest and turning down any offer to help and wanting to leave. One is a more aggressive of disinterest and wanting to leave, threatening to shake the information out of Daniel. But because it would, is that's not the kind of person I'm trying to go for in the game. You know, I'm going to ask, like, what can I do?
You're a good neighbor to us. We all go through periods of darkness. In such times, we can turn to the Lord. But it's good to have friends. Daniel and I need pre-war tools to help us navigate beyond Zion. Should we need to evacuate, these instruments will be vital to us. Normally, we would have some of the dead horses or sorrows look for them. But many pre-war buildings in the valley are taboo. They won't go inside.
Why won't you or Daniel do it?
We are responsible for leading and protecting the sorrows and dead horses. They are smart people, but not as worldly as you or I. I am preparing the dead horses for war, and Daniel is preparing the sorrows for other things.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Follow Chop can help you find your way around the valley. He's inexperienced, but he knows enough of our language to ignore the taboos about pre-war buildings.
Since we got in here, let's talk more to the man himself.
Welcome back. What can I do for you?
What did he say about a courier? Who were you expecting?
Caesar would never admit this openly, but he knows that I'm alive. I've killed enough of his Frumentarii and assassins that have come looking. I've heard one of them travels the Mojave as a courier. Most of Caesar's agents meet a fitting end in NCR territory, but maybe this one survived.
Okay. I've met Caesar, you know. What do you think he would say if I told him you were here?
I think that would put him and you in a difficult position. Caesar has agents looking for me, but he won't admit I'm alive. And even if you killed me, he can't acknowledge that. To do so would be to admit I had never died, that Caesar made a mistake. No. He lives by his lies and shall die by his lies. There is no escaping it.
You got some nice guns there.
In the Great Basin and Colorado Plateau, all tribes are known for a specific weapon. Whitelegs are known for their big submachine guns, storm drums. They broke into an armory near Spanish Fork and have been using them for years. Of course, the dead horses have their wooden war clubs, and even the sorrows have their Yao Guai gauntlets. This type of .45 automatic pistol was designed by one of my tribe almost 400 years ago. Learning its use is a new Canaanite rite of passage.
Do you run the show around here?
I wouldn't say that. I am the acting war chief for the dead horses. They look up to me for such matters, but I only have the authority they give me. Daniel is the spiritual leader and main link of the new Canaanites to the Sorrows. He's up in the Narrows right now.
What's going on with all these tribes?
A great deal. There are 3, make that 4 tribes here in Zion. You've already met the Whitelegs on the way in. In this camp, you'll find dead horses. In the Narrows, the Sorrows. And finally, there's Daniel and myself. We're new Canaanites.
Why do the Whitelegs attack my caravan?
They attack everyone who isn't a Whiteleg, especially caravans. They don't know how to survive on their own, so they have to raid. But as for why they are here, they are trying to wipe us out. All of us. They want to join Caesar's legion, and they can only prove their worth by destroying the New Canaanites and everyone we shelter.
How convenient. Caesar gets its new soldiers in his army, and he gets to destroy all traces of Joshua Graham without having to acknowledge it. Great. 2 birds with 1 stone for the asshole. Anyway, back to the topic at hand here. Do they speak our language?
Most don't. It's been hundreds of years since the war. They've developed their own languages. Take the Dead Horses. We think they were originally refugees from a place called Rez, east of the Grand Canyon. They speak a combination of Rez and a language spoken by travelers who were visiting Rez when the bombs fell. Over time, 2 languages blended. I was a translator years ago, but it's hard to keep up with all of the tribal variations.
Does the valley belong to the Dead Horses?
The valley belongs to God, but no. The Dead Horses live at Dead Horse Point, up the Colorado River. They came here because I asked them to. Before I returned to the fold, I visited them years earlier. I looked much different then, but I left an impression on them. I taught them how to hunt more efficiently, how to maintain their weapons and pre-war equipment. When I returned, they showed their appreciation.
Why haven't I seen any Sorrows in the valley?
The Sorrows have many skilled hunters among them, but no warriors. They have not had to deal with war or raiders for decades. Even though they can hunt a full-grown Yaoguai, they don't know how to deal with the Whitelegs. That's why we're here.
Are the New Canaanites really a tribe?
We wear more clothing than them and understand more about technology. But we're still a tribe. A linked family of families. The Boneyard, Phoenix, New Vegas, they're just places, metal and stone. New Canaan dies, but the tribe lives on. When the walls come tumbling down, and you lose everything you have, you always have family. And your family always has tribe.
Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
We could trade things to buy and sell things. We can ask for repairs. Let's bring this up real quick. Pray God. What are you talking about?
I am a New Canaanite. We believe we are the heirs of a spiritual tradition given to our ancestors thousands of years ago. We have made and kept covenants with our Lord God to honor his laws. In exchange, we are promised eternal salvation after this life. A day will come when our Lord returns to judge us all. Until then, we must honor his laws and start others along the path of salvation if we can. That's why we trade with others and work the tribes. We have more than food and medicine to offer. Good news is our most valuable commodity.
So we could make fun of him and say, ha ha ha, wait, you don't actually believe that, do you? We could take a passive disinterest and say, huh, if you say so. Or we could say, sounds like a good deal.
In a world filled with misery and uncertainty, it is a great comfort to know that, in the end, there is light in the darkness. Every day we move closer to our judgment. We must do our best to walk in the footsteps of our Lord and teach others how to do the same. For many of us, the road is a difficult one, but the path is always there for us to follow, no matter how many times we may fall.
Do you ever fall?
Every day. Some days are harder than others.
To be honest, the way Joshua Graham describes his religion, it sounds an awful lot to me. Like if it's not Christianity, then it sounds so close to Christianity that it can be mistaken for Christianity, just without any immediately obvious identifiers like references to Jesus Christ, you know? But anyway, can I ask you some personal questions?
Right now, I'd like you to focus on helping Daniel. Maybe there will be time later.
How about you answer my questions, pal? Anyway, since there's nothing else to do because he took the option away, I guess goodbye.
God be with you.
Okay, what's the objective of exactly right now? Search the ruins of the crashed scout bus for a compass. Wait, hold on. Let's look at all of them. We can do big orders in the East Virgin. Find a way to this tourist trap. Search the Zion General Store for 5 little scout lunch boxes, and search the ranger station for a medical supply kit. Gone fishing. Search the Zion Fishing Lodge for walkie-talkies, and search the ruins of the crashed scout bus for a compass. Yeah, they stop attacking you if you get in the middle of them. Huh? Find the lost Bighorn camp. Optional, don't kill any of the bighorns.
Way I heard it, salt upon wounds butchered everyone in New Canaan and nailed their corpses to the cliffs.
Ouch.
Like the shadow of a ghost.
Hey, calm down, buddy. They may not like people getting near them, but as long as you give them the space, they're not that aggressive. Even though the radar is technically marking them as enemies. You have found the lost mountain bighorn or calf. It looks hungry. Feed it a banana yucca fruit. Feed it a banana. Get the calf to follow you back.
But they don't have anything as nasty as Yao Guai out where you come from, huh?
Come on, little baby, come on. Come Come on, little dude. Come on. Come on, little piggy. Come get your snacks, boy. Earn the bighorn calf, return the calf. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here and away from there real quick before we do anything. Alright, and
What can I tell you?
well, I returned the calf to its mother and didn't even kill any of the bighorns.
Whew! Glad to hear it. That'll be some happy mama, huh? Thank you. Really, it means a lot to me.
Doesn't look like he... Oh, we got some stuff. I was gonna say, it looks like we didn't get anything out of that, but... Never mind. Any idea where to start looking for these pre-war supplies Daniel needs?
Best place to look for back when stuff is the taboo places. Sorrows and dead horses don't go in there. And even Whitelegs don't like them much.
What taboo places?
Lots of them around the valley. Places built by the folk from back when. You'll know them when you see them. Scouts mark them with handprints. The handprints are a warning to keep out. Angry ghosts live inside. Not that I believe in angry ghosts. They're just spooky old places. Right?
Where should we start looking?
Lots of back when places to choose from. But for the things we need, best to start with the really closed up places. 3 I know of. A building down by the river called a fishing lodge. The old ranger station in the northwest. And the general store right by it. Closer to home might be something you can salvage from the place where the little ones fell. Just west of the Eastern Virgin.
What's this place where the little ones fell?
In the river, there's a twisted pile of metal and glass, all full of bones. Joshua says they were scouts, but they looked awful small to me. Lots of that old stuff, how do you say it, electronics. Maybe you could use some of it.
I don't have any more questions. Let's talk about something else.
Ask away.
Looks like that's it for now. Talk to you later.
Go with fortune, friend.
What?
The spitter plants and the green monster men aren't native to Zion. Wonder where they came from.
Okay, I think that's going to do it for now. I'm going to end this episode here. Next time on Fallout New Vegas, we're going to... Hold on, I think we... Next time on Fallout New Vegas is we're going to be continuing on in the DLC. Yeah, get the supplies that they want, and after we get the supplies, we're gonna meet up with Daniel. But until then, you know the usual. You know I appreciate comment. And thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys around.